Hello, my name is Corey Stennett, and this is my Homework 2-3 video. I guess I'll start off with the game character class that I made for this, or that I brought over from last week. I didn't really update too much in the beginning here. I did add a constructor that just lets me set a name and a level, and then with that I can automatically set the health and magic. Nothing much has changed aside from that, and then I added a level up method. That way when I level up I don't have to keep typing out all this. I can just level up any character and they'll gain all the stats they're supposed to gain. On the hero, of course we gotta extend this from the game character class. I've created a constructor here using super and just bringing in the instance variables from the game character class. I have the attack method from the other class. I was a little bit worried that the game character other thing here wouldn't work. I thought I might have to replace this with an object, but it turns out that this works just fine. I didn't really change much with this. I did make sure when I was doing testing that instead of saying you dealt damage, I started saying this name dealt damage to other name. That way, when I was doing testing, it was a lot more clear and informative as to what was happening. That was very helpful in the testing. Same thing with assist. I just updated it so that all the names were showing and all the damage amounts were showing specifically, so I could see what was happening. Okay. For rest, I realized that the way that I was setting up the heal to work was setting it back to the default amount, but if my character happened to earn some health above the maximum, it would instead strip that from them. And so I decided to make an if statement that said if they have more than their default amount, then there's no need to heal. And then I made the rest of it the same as I had before. So as long as you have enough gold, you'll be able to heal, and it'll set you back to these default amounts. It'll raise your magic points by 50, and it'll take 10 times your level in gold from you. Then I added the parish, and that was pretty simple, obviously. It's just one line. Same deal with villain, extends from game character, has the same constructor as hero with the super. And the attack, I kind of just made it the same deal. It's a switch statement. There's only 3 options. He either shoots lightning at you and deals 5 times his level of damage, or he's out of mana, or in case 2, or case 1 I guess, but the second case, he decides to try and attack you with magic, but instead hurts himself by mistake. And then if he can't, then it just says he can't. And then the third situation is he kind of freaks out and punches frantically and deals a little bit less damage than usual to the player. It's kind of stacked, by the way, in the hero's favor. This is not very favorable for a villain. And then the assist, again, it's kind of stacked towards helping the hero out. But yeah, he feels sorry for the hero, so he offers him 100 permanent health, and then we raise the other health by 100, and then decrease his magic, and if he doesn't have enough mana for that, we decide to give the hero gold instead. So that's pretty nice of him. And then villains never rest, and humanity has been restored. The villains perished for rest and perish. Those are both given to us. So on to the testing. I created 3 characters using the new constructor and game character, the hero constructor and the villain constructor. Pretty straightforward. Just named him hero, bad guy, helper, and gave him certain amounts of health and all that. I welcome the player to the game, and then I have the while statement that I used last time, but I made it a little more interesting Everybody gets a chance to do something, and it just plays out until either the hero or the villain dies. And then if the hero died, then we go through the hero perish method. And if the villain died, then we go through the villain perish and the hero gets to level up. And then we check the status, just to make sure the level up worked. For the end here, I kind of did some testing. Assist test, rest test, attack test. It's just to make sure that everything's kind of working, and it has one person attacking another, and then the other attacking the third, and so it's in like a circle. And all the randomly generated stuff I can test just by clicking run repeatedly and seeing how everything plays out. And then the status, which I'm sure you noticed, status, hero, NPC, villain, is just a static method I made that kind of cleans things up a little bit with these lines, and then prints out the toString for each character in the story. And then we'll go ahead and click run on that. And it goes through a lot of fights, a lot of back and forth. It's kind of my fault for setting it up that way. But yeah, we'll go through some of the last ones as the boss is getting close to death here. Heroes attack bad guy, I dealt 0 damage, remaining health 5. Helper cannot assist, bad guy's out of mana, can't act. So you can see they're each taking turns. Heroes attack bad guy again, his health has reached 0. Now here, that is one issue that I'm having, is once the health has reached 0, it's supposed to stop. But since it's only halfway through the while loop at this point, it's still got to finish the while loop before it says, oh yeah, humanity has been restored, the villain has perished. So that is one issue that I'm trying to work through and figure out. If anyone has comments for that, I'm willing to hear them out, obviously. And then for the assist tests and all the other tests, they're just there, like I said, to make sure that everything's working properly. And that's a good back and forth. So yeah, that's about it for my homework there. Thanks for listening, and hope you all have a good day.